You do it.
Bye.
They've got claws, fangs, and a sweet side?
That cute, man. He's the nicest cheetah.
These wild animals are ditching their scary reputations for moments of shocking, heart-melting friendliness. Forget growls and roars. This is a side to dangerous animals you didn't expect. Only in Russia would you come across a grizzly and think of anything and everything but running. And here she is, taking pictures like this Russian bear is someone she picked up in a bar on a low night. Just saying, they're a bit too cozy for comfort. You might have watched all of nature's documentaries, but have you ever heard a leopard purr? Bet you haven't, so just listen in. Just don't give in to those eyes. Forget lions and bears. If there's one animal on the planet, nobody, not even wild animals, want to touch, it's porcupines. And here's this one letting a huban play with its quills like they're actually feathers. Don't know who's braver in this situation.
Laat vliegen.
When most people think of ostriches, they picture a giant bird sprinting across open plains. But here's an 11-year-old cozying up to one like it's their lifelong bestie. At 200 pounds, this massive male ostrich could intimidate anyone, but instead it leaned in for a full-blown cuddle session. Adorbs. Turns out, this croc isn't all teeth and terror, it was playing along. The man teased it with food, and instead of snapping, the crocodile giddied up like an oversized, scaly buddy. This bizarre friendship might just be the cutest danger zone ever. Taking close-ups of cheetahs sounds daring enough, but this photographer got a little too close. While lining up the perfect shot, one curious cheetah decided his head was snack-worthy, or maybe just shampoo-scented, and gave him a tongue bath. Friendly, yes, but still terrifyingly toothy.
Even je oren schoonmaken.
While most rhinos charge, this one approached with a different goal in mind, a belly rub. The cameraman probably wasn't expecting a wild demand for affection, but hey, who can resist the charm of a playful rhino?
Hey, what are you doing, mister?
Hey, buddy.
Out of the way.
Hey,
You be good.
jump on me.
This lion walked in like it was making sure its emergency food was still alive and well. As for those guys, they might think it's fun to hang out with a big kitty, but the second the lion reverts to its factory setting, they'll learn what it really means to be the king of the jungle.
Come on, boys. Good boy.
Man, he's turned off the game. You do it.
Bye.
Waving at a bear and saying hi. What else could you expect but a polite bear in return? Guess this bear was taught right. You never pass up on the opportunity to wave. Forget regular bear sightings. These bears upped the ante. Walking on their hind legs, they turned into impromptu performers, giving the tourists a once-in-a-lifetime show.
안녕. 다음에 봐. 우리 형은? 네. 형이 아니다. 자, 형, 동태. 자, 형, 동태.
Who knew bears had such a flair for entertaining? Or maybe they're just really taking the mickey out of those tourists for once.
하나, 둘. 아, 희기까지 해야 돼요? 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘, 하나, 둘.
Forget a friendly pet, this bear decided to go full-on snuggle mode. Instead of swatting at his owner, the bear gently patted over, rested its massive head on their shoulder, and gave the kind of hug you'll never forget, taking a bear hug to a different level. When wolves join the piggyback club, you know things are getting wild. This one looked surprisingly comfy riding shotgun on a human's back, like it was testing out the VIP treatment of the animal kingdom.
Isn't that cute, man?
Well, there you go, folks. With this one, we've proved two things. One, if you've got a camera in hand, you'll live to tell the tale, even if it's snuggling up with a danger kitty. And two, a cat's a cat, and this one clearly just wanted some morning cuddles before it got to work.
Like I said, it's not aggression. I mean, look at this. This is not aggression at all.
One snip from a Komodo dragon and you're toast. As this one inches closer and closer, you realize it's hissing. In love? And it even lets the woman pet it. That's practically the same as touching a live wire and getting away with no current. It's impossibly amazing. But if she ever stops posting, we'll know why. Who says bulls only see red? This one saw an old friend, and instead of charging, he looked ready to charge up some hugs. Turns out, kindness really does make you memorable, even to a 1,000-pound giant.
Здравствуйте.
Philia, a lion with a soft side, decided the safari wasn't wild enough. Jumping into the tourist's vehicle, he swapped roars for cuddles and gave everyone a surprise party they'll never forget. Who needs a lapdog when you've got a lion willing to join the party?
Скажи, кто хотел снять поближе? Скажи, кто хотел снять поближе?
Forget Edward and Bella. We're sharing a power couple that beats every cute story out there. That's right, that's a gator. And judging by the way things are going, this is definitely a well-practiced routine. And if we're taking guesses about where this is going on, of course, it's gotta be Florida. You can kind of spot the moment the elephant gives in to his intrusive thoughts and chooses chaos. Well, this reporter is definitely the most professional one out there, because who could ignore a snoodle like this?
It is up to us to be guardians of our own natural world, save our wild species, and provide a home.
Well, this is a first. Usually you'd expect couples to spoon, but this guy's spooning with some dangerous, dangerous animals. Ultimately, this proves that snagging and claiming someone else's blanket for yourself is a universal experience that doesn't restrict to humans.
Good morning, my neighbor!
This is what play fighting sounds like, and it's also what a fox that's having fun with someone it trusts sounds like.
Were you trying to take me with you, huh? You gonna take me down into your fox den? You gonna take me down into your fox den?
To think we're out there listening to this, all because this fox decided to let down its protective walls. Pure bliss, I tell ya. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion gives a ride? Nope, this isn't CGI or the camera playing tricks. That really is a man riding a lion like he's an 8-year-old girl being gifted a pony. And that's not all. Instead of goring him right there and then, the lion even gives him a little smooch at the end. Danger Mittens here looks like a cute thing to meet, just like the photographer's probably thinking. But you know what I'm thinking? Where's its mother?
Lá é Apolo aí, Apolo.
Who needs Uber when you've got a loyal bull? Forget horsepower, this is bull power at its finest, proving that friendship really does move mountains, or drunk owners. I bet the wife sent that bull too. Who says humans are the only ones going to drive-thru? Here's a real-life look into a polar bear's drive-thru, or as I call it, the Polar Express. Well, of course, this is in Russia, but these people are just one food shortage away from being the next meal on the menu.
Ему мяса надо килограмм 5. Ходи, мы тут печенежка.
Nope, this isn't a TikTok filter like you'd think. This woman really is taking a calm bath with a literal hyena. There's even a chimp in the mix. Now, while it's clear she's some sort of caretaker to them, I definitely wouldn't trust a chimp and hyena in my bath mix. That's just nasty. A friend in need is a friend indeed, and when either of them run out of feed, they're probably going to turn to and on each other real quick. The bear's even getting a good taste now. I bet it'll taste even better when they're finally at it. It's not every day you'd expect a grizzly to just relax with you. Unless you're this one very lucky fella who not only had a grizzly sitting right next to him, but even spent a few seconds in pure bliss. Plot twist? What if the cameraman was a bear too? Carrying a roaring lion with nothing but her bare hands, this woman just turned bravery into a workout routine. It's not every day you see someone casually handling a creature that most of us wouldn't go near, let alone lift. She's basically part human, part superhero. It's not every day you see a big cat melt like butter, but here we are. This fearless scratcher knows exactly where to aim, right under the chin. The big kitty leans in, eyes half closed, purring like an overgrown house cat. Nature's ultimate trust fall. When downward dog becomes downward chaos, this guy's pup wasn't about to pass up the chance to crash a yoga session, because who needs inner peace when there are people to play with?
Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
How do you test your strength in Russia? Forget gym bros, you challenge a bear. Spoiler alert, the bear's not even trying.
Close the door, sweetie. No, hon. The door. Oh, what a good boy.
I don't know what's more impressive here. A woman who's clearly had too much experience dealing with pesky kids and isn't afraid to show off her bravado to a bear? Or a bear that forgoes everything about his natural instincts and actually listens to her? Maybe he was just raised to be polite.
Oh, what a good boy. You're going to open it again, aren't you? You're going to push it open. Close the door, you little stinker.
Dressed in jeans, perched up like a model, and awfully comfortable, this orangutan has clearly been in the business for quite a while now and isn't used to taking no for an answer, which might explain why it's being a little extra friendly, dare I even say handsy, with this tourist.
I love you. Smile.
Who says the ocean can't have dogs? What we're seeing here is clearly a marine dog, especially by the way it snuggles up close to the leg, as if afraid its now favorite human will swim away. Well, I bet the urge to resist that pet must be strong, and strong. I can't believe a hyena came that close to the most dangerous species on the planet. Seriously. On what planet do you see hyenas coming up to humans like this and offering one of their most sensitive parts for pets? Unless, of course, they think this is just their human drive-through. Petting a wild moose? Now that's Alaskan bravery in action. This massive creature stood calmly as the woman gave it a gentle pat, like the forest's biggest dog, enjoying its unexpected moment of spa treatment. And to think this could have gone in a very, very different direction. A dog that's part coyote and part retriever just became a proud parent of 10 baby chicks. It guards them, cuddles them, and seems to have ditched its wild side for parenthood. It's the kind of family dynamic that melts hearts while making you question nature's playbook. And this is why you never turn your back on predators. The second you do, they're itching for a taste, even if you call them your friend.
He thinks I can't see him. Don't even try that.
Thanks to this guy's awareness, it's like the king of the jungle decided to play hide and seek instead of hunting.
Yo, my boy.
What the is happening right now? Sean, hit your cigar. Zero.
A black bear crashed a family camping trip, but not for trouble, just for a plate of lunch. The furry visitor wandered over, sat near their table, and casually helped itself to their spread. No roaring, no fuss, just a bear appreciating the fine art of outdoor dining. While cat owners may rave on and on about summoning kitties, this is one moment where they're probably asking to keep them away. Looks like these cheetahs were pretty well fed because we all know those tourists are a paw swipe away from becoming food.
James is videoing it.
You know what's really impressive? Getting up close and personal with a beluga to the point you approach them with a rugby ball and it happily saunters off to play. And tells you one thing, this fisherman might have spent way too many nights without his family, but he's got one right here in the sea.
That's crazy, yeah.
Just careful, he's gonna maybe try to get his clean out, yeah.
Forget the crazy cat lady. Starting 2025, we're going with a much different, bolder approach. This woman's clearly taking delight in her new friendship, and it's clear as the day the bear's enjoying it too. Guys, this woman literally chose the bear over the men. Meet Tank, a handsome jaguar that usually spends his time frolicking and itching for cuddles. Unlike the wild beasts we've always imagined jaguars to be. Here's Tank getting a little too comfortable with his caretaker and soaking in the sun like Beverly Hills' mom. Way too trusting for my liking.
Skippy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Skippy.
All right, walk away from me.
Kangaroos, every Australian's nemesis. But when you've been personally appointed an Australian Disney princess by the universe, you get something like this roo snuggling up close. Well, here's proof that even being loved in Australia comes with a few things you definitely don't want out there. Out to play tug of war with your human friends? Pfft, that's boring. Here's the real game. A fisherman played tug of war with his surprise, surprise, orca friend. That's right, this orca not only bonded with the fisherman, but has clearly taken a liking to the game too. Well, better them play games like this than the way orcas usually do. The next time someone says women are weak, just show them this and I bet it'll shut them right up. After all, it's one thing to muster up the courage to come this close to a danger kitty, and it's another when you're cuddling those monstrous paws like they belong to a stuffed plushie.
How you gonna say no to that? Rub the belly.
Friendliness isn't always about man-to-animal interaction. Sometimes unexpected foes take their love to the next level. Just watch this. If this were Animal Planet or Nat Geo, you'd expect this whitey-tighty bear to devour the dog. But nope, there's a couple of boops on the head, and even the doggo doesn't seem that fazed. Amore, 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 amore. When the Italians said love, I didn't think this is what they'd be referring to, but the way this diver holds up the moray eel, you just know that eel loved the unexpected loving, and I bet the snuggling scratched all those itches the eel didn't even know it had. You know how you watch cartoon predators get scared and think, there's no way that'd happen in reality. Well, this interaction says otherwise. It's one thing to come across a bear and say, "You've survived." It's a whole nother when you can say, "Hey, I spooked the bear." As for the bear, that guy's probably embarrassed. And here's a honeycomb moray eel that's clearly taken a liking to the diver. It's almost like the eel had been waiting all day long to see the diver, because all those snuggles and excitement must mean something. And you know, it's like this eel is just a long, weird dog. Now, here's a friendship you didn't expect to see. Apparently, this puma and dog were raised together, so they're literally tight pals. That means they love making snow angels, can't wait to hang out, and even random licks. But let's hope they stay this way. That puma's one hunger pang away from making a meal.
Oh, Chris, she's in love, Chris. Oh my God.
Oh, to be young and in love. That's probably what this baby, that's right, baby humpback, was feeling. Watch as it goes up to the tourists, giving them an extra few reasons to be happy they made the whale watching tour. It's not every day you get to pet a whale like it's a dog. If you're cozying up with Crocs like they're nothing but poodles, you're either a Floridian or you're literally Roger Horrocks. And here's the brave man hanging out with those dangerous reptiles like they're nothing but mush made of love and adoration. Well, one Croc roll away from being a man roll. If this chimp didn't move, you'd expect it'd be a hyper-realistic plushie. But that's partly why seeing this friendship is such a shocker. We all know how nefarious chimps can be, so this woman better hold her temper around that primate. Sometimes all you need to heal is a bear hug, but this guy's taking it a bit too literally. But forget the man, let's talk about how up and close this bear is. Its mother clearly hasn't taught it stranger danger. Human better with cumin yet. And here's a glimpse into an elephant friend we all wish we had. Just check him out, casually approaching his friendly target, locking his gaze, and there it goes, massaging that man's muscles like the elephant's personally directing someone's Instagram feed. Oh, but to be loved by an animal like this.
Good. Oh, yeah.
You've got to hand it to the wildlife photographers. They're the ones who are truly pulling out all the stops, pushing Mother Nature's boundaries, and somehow living to tell the tale. And here's a moment where one family of silverbacks decided this poor photographer was the most interesting thing they've ever seen. There's even smooches, and somehow the guy lived. Petting a wolf isn't exactly your average day at the park. While most of us would be backing away slowly, this daring individual decided to test the boundaries of trust and maybe their life insurance policy. The wolf? It looks suspiciously okay with the attention. 8 billion people in the world, and this guy's the only one to scare a lion and get away with it. Alive! That's right, here's a glimpse into how that happened. This lion needs to know the rule of not turning your back. Imagine walking into your house and finding a hippo chilling by the front door. This one didn't just stop at the entrance, it followed right in, acting like it was entitled to snacks and belly rubs, treating the house like its new feeding ground.
That's what she is. That is what she is to us. Emotion.
We think elephants are graceful, but when you're up against a bull elephant, you're one bad mood away from being toast. Which makes it even more amazing to see this one greet tourists visiting a Sri Lankan island just that much more precious. That just shows this elephant is probably well fed by the locals. An unlikely pair, an orangutan casually acting as a surrogate nanny for tiger cubs. Instead of playing around, she carefully bottles the milk, rocking them gently as if she'd been a mother her whole life, proving once again that the animal kingdom can surprise us in the best way. If you see a polar bear, it means that white bear has been following you for a far longer time than your mental health would ever be able to accept. Because most polar bears like to play with their food, so while this one's letting the human bond, it's definitely got something up its sleeves. When you're a full-time animal activist and a part-time Disney princess, you get something like this. Seriously, someone call Princess Jasmine because Raja is clearly picking sides. Oh, but to come out of this interaction alive, even though you spend hours on end with the big kitty, is simply outstanding. A wolf showing affection might sound like a plot twist, but this one went all in. Instead of growling, it leaned in for a full-on lick fest, showering the man with kisses like an overly enthusiastic dog that just discovered peanut butter.
You a good girl?
You know, sometimes I'm incredibly envious of what people can do, like this woman, petting a wolf and tickling it without any worries, as if the wolf's factory settings were disabled.
Он тебя хочет обнять.
This guy's practically driving around with the modern version of Noah's Ark. Even the passengers are thrilled at their new friends. Russia's Winter Olympics just got weirder. Spinning with a bear on ice? Forget pirouettes. This is survival skating, with just a hint of insanity. Who needs medals when you've got this story? Watch the battle of urges, the human urge to pet anything that's furry, and a beaver's urge to go build a dam while it's literally being treated like a king. Well, all this does is convince me that humans were put on Earth to give pets. You'd think this is something straight out of a cartoon, but nope, that really is a guy going all in for a shark, and surprisingly, very, very calm with whatever's going around. But hey, don't try this at home because you might just end up on the news, and not in a good way. 3 of the world's strongest apex predators, feared by millions, out here in a park playing house like they're toddlers on a short break. And there are a couple of roly-polies too, so you know they genuinely mean the play. Well, better them wearing out their energy like this than anything else.
Only one place in the world you can see a
cat kissing a mouse? That's not just breaking the food chain, it's rewriting it. Instead of pouncing, this feline went in for a smooch, leaving the mouse confused, yet somehow still alive to tell the tale. Well, maybe they're the ones who inspired that one very loving Tom and Jerry episode. It's so sweet how little ones, no matter the species, always seem to paw at you when they want attention. A quiet sunny day with a lamb to pet sounds so peaceful. I can't blame you for feeling a bit jealous.
One more picture.
Usually cats hate belly rubs. In fact, if you tried to belly rub your cat right now, it'll probably scratch and claw you out. But with tigers, belly rubs are your one way to ensure you get out alive and happy.
It's very heavy.
Ooh, yeah, that's the spot.
This one's nice, huh? He's the one I want, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just fed a moose. This is insane. Billy, are you getting this?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Here. He's blind. Hey, man. He's blind.
Spook him that way, though.
Give me the camera. Give me the camera.
You've got to admire this woman's confidence. Feeding a wild moose like it's just another park buddy? I mean, who does that? Especially when you grow up around moose, too. Meanwhile, that moose is probably wondering if it should ask for dessert, too.
Hi, Steve.
Look at Max. You moved your hand.
I thought he was going to get angry because there was nothing there.
Imagine being so aware and intelligent that you're capable of understanding music designed for a whole different species. That tells us this beluga isn't only just choosing this band's company, but definitely enjoying the mariachi too. Well, it does have great taste for sure. Meet the real-life hippogriff, the shoebill stork, which usually isn't this lenient, especially when it sounds like you're in a war zone. But when there's a cute toddler in the mix, you learn to bow out of respect. Or maybe that's just the shoebill's way of gaining a little extra love.
So he's rare, right? Mom, the females are over there and the male's here.
Is it male?